While the nation's unemployment rate declines, the trend for America's youngest veterans is climbing, going from nearly 4.5% to more than 6% in just a few months. Experts suggest one reason is the lagging attention the military gets as the U.S. withdraws from overseas conflicts. But there are real efforts underway to help servicemen and women transition to civilian life. Contessa Brewer reports from Hollywood, California.
Veterans looking for help, a handout, a job. You may see it on your daily commute or on your social media feed. It's a reality for hundreds of thousands of veterans.
We still see around 500,000 veterans that are unemployed right now and over 1 million veterans that are underemployed.
And for the nation's most recent veterans, those who've served since 9/11, the job situation's always volatile, typically above the national employment rate and the rate for veterans overall. In the past 6 months, it's climbing again.
And they're competing against their peer group, which just graduated college, and a lot of companies do not equate 4 years of military service to 4 years at a university.
Zachary Watson left the Marines last fall and now is a full-time student.
A lot of people are also realizing, okay, I can't stay in here anymore. I got to go do something else.
President Trump's federal hiring freeze may hit these vets especially hard because it's a main path to civilian employment. 1/3 of federal workers are veterans.
The opportunities are not there. Well, now you have to start creating them.
J.R. Martinez survived an IED attack in Iraq. Then he landed a role on All My Children and one Dancing with the Stars. He says it's tough to transition from a regimented, follow orders environment to the civilian world where self-starters succeed.
We're not necessarily the ones that are going to go out and be our own agents. I mean, that's just not our, we sit back, we stand in the back of the room, we don't ask, we don't approach. There's very few that have that amazing quality.
A number of companies are working to help make the transition to civilian life easier. JP Morgan Chase dedicated a team to recruiting veterans and then acclimating and retaining them, hiring 11,000 in the past 5 years. Starbucks has hired 8,800 veterans and military spouses, and NBC Universal and its parent Comcast partnered with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce for a Hiring Our Heroes initiative.
Your dad, he's a hero.
While most Americans consider them heroes, movies and TV shows also show the struggle with suicide, post-traumatic stress, and addiction.
If we let that narrative be simply about victims or heroes, I think we've missed an opportunity.
Hollywood's on a mission to change those perceptions, providing a more complex and nuanced look at veterans, and thereby making them seem more employable.
We need more stories. We need to be able to show veterans in the complexities that everyday people are.
Former MTV executive David Gale joined J.R. Martinez and Scott Williams, the executive producer of NCIS, for a panel about how Hollywood affects perception. Williams says more than 1/3 of those hired for NCIS are vets. That sets the tone for its stories. Real-life veterans hope employers see how their experience translates to business success.
At 22 years old, I was in charge of an entire crew, and I was responsible for being a part of the whole organization and unit of repairing helicopters that, are millions of dollars. How many 22-year-olds are in charge of stuff like that?
Give us a chance to sell ourselves to you. Give us a chance to prove to you and prove to ourselves that we can, and we will.
For Nightly Business Report, I'm Contessa Brewer in Hollywood.